Yo, what's going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for the OPTC video, and in today's video we're diving into the INFINITUM for the final time, getting the missions done for the INT Powerhouse or the INT Free Spirit team. So in today's video, we're diving in, like I said, to the hardest piece of content for co-op, utilizing a hybrid version of a INT Powerhouse INT Free Spirit team. Now remember, when you are doing these quests, you can bring either INT Powerhouse or INT Free Spirit, and you can collate them on the same team. So we have pretty much all Free Spirit characters in Shanks, Bonnie, Nami, and Yamato. But then we have the Powerhouse version of the Anniversary Luffy with a co-op captain, Sanji. This co-op captain was a free-to-play character, very easy to get to 150. And they're probably going to be the characters that are going to help most of you guys out with getting these quests done. Because free-to-play like co-op captains, you can kind of just get them to 150 very easily, unlock the co-op captain, slap them on for the class requirement and the type requirement, and just call it a day. I like to use Sanji here because he triggers the EX of Luffy, so just be mindful of that too when you guys are leveling up your co-op captains. Literally the only reason you need variety of them is purely to get content like this done. Obviously there are the Chopper Man missions as well, so you are going to want to level up a bunch of them, and like I said, free-to-play characters are going to be the best ones to use. Now, the team we put together, the Nami, Bonnie, and Yamato are all very, very good for this. The Bonnie and the Nami actually especially pop up on the team that most people use to farm out this event. Getting around Special Bind, getting around Defense Up, getting a Chain Lock with Bonnie and Block Hold Manipulation is quite good. And then Nami with the Pseudo Double Special Activation means you can get around Damage Reduction and Threshold for 3 turns, and then 2 respectively, depending on which special you actually use. Now, most of the time when you are doing these INFINITUM C quests, you really want to try and find a teammate that is utilizing one of those bigger teams, utilizing stuff like Gear 5, 6 stars, or a Sanji, Nami Karina, Bonnie 6+, the Nami Rare Recruit, Momos, Ace. Like, those characters are basically just going to help you get carried through this content. And lucky for me, I actually had someone join that was utilizing this particular team, so that way it just made it very easy for me. The team that we're using, obviously, actually is really, really strong. Like I said, the Nami's great, the Bonnie's a really good option, Luffy as a captain, just getting around Despair is really, really nice, and then obviously extending attack boost for 3 turns. I decided to use 6+ Shanks purely just because he has paralysis removal, and with Luffy as captain you can actually extend the attack boost that Shanks gives, plus you get a full border matching orbs and stuff like that, so I thought I would be able to utilize that somewhere along the line just for a bit more damage to help out my teammate, but nevertheless I actually didn't really need it, so you can kind of replace him with something else, but I would use Shanks for the lime juice support, which definitely was very handy as well. Yamato, she can remove 7 turns of any debuff, which is great, which means that, say you get attack down, you can use her. If you get the pain debuff, you can use her. And then with this team, you have her EX, so you can carry it across multiple stages as well. Luffy getting his EX available means that you get the type advantage, and you can use it on stages like this, but just be mindful that this particular time around, Dex and Quick bosses are more prevalent. You are going to see a lot more Crocodiles, you're going to see a lot more Blackbeards. The final bosses are going to look like Frankies, Namis, Zoros, Usopp's, Brooks, those types of characters. Mini bosses like Mihawk are going to pop up a little bit more, Magellan's going to pop up a little bit more, I believe Buggy. I think Buggy is a Buggy as well. So when you are building out your team, you can kind of look up the spreadsheet and take that into consideration. But for myself, I like to just sort of put a whole bunch of characters that have a lot of good utility-wise for said content and just sort of rock them and just run it basically until I either get a really good co-op friend or I just sort of get a really good run. Because at the end of the day, look, INFINITUM C, it's still RNG-based. It depends on what bosses pop up. It depends on what you get inflicted with and how your turn counters go and what your co-op partner looks like with how they sort of handle different stages. So just be mindful. If you just keep running it, like don't stress, you'll eventually find a team that works and find a co-op friend that can kind of really help you through it. Normally I would do streams for this kind of stuff, but unfortunately with my baby boy being born, I'm needed at home a little bit more rather than at the office, so I don't really have that much time to sort of sit down and stream. That hour becomes pretty valuable, so that will sort of be up and running a little bit later down the line. But we do have the new banner popping out for Zoro coming out very, very soon. So you do want to try and get these missions done and just build up as many stones without having to sort of grind out the game mode over and over and over and again consistently. But there are the big time players that like to get as many stones as possible for the rankings. So eventually you're probably going to find someone that's using a team like the team that we have as our friend. And that's going to be super beneficial for you as well. Now, on this final stage, Sanji is very actually easy to take down. He gives you a full water recovery slots, or actually I got a full water recovery slots with Bonnie. But unfortunately, because of the special binds, like, I would then lose them if I was to use something like Luffy and whatnot. So I just decided to spam all my specials and just go from there. Again, this is why Bonnie's so good. If you have Bonnie for this final stage of Sanji, she just basically takes care of it for you. So I decided to just use basically everything that I had at my disposal. And then I just said, hey, look, it's time to just pass it over to my teammate. He was running Momo and then had Gear 5-6 Plus as the friend captain. So he did have two side characters where I have a full border in orbs that are drastically getting lowered with their attacks. So I thought I would just send it over to him. I'm not going to risk it. Let him just do the damage and call it a day. But hopefully this team helps you guys out. Hopefully my dialogue and my voiceover helps you guys with selecting some units to get this done. And if it did, make sure to go down there, belt the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff for me. Most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. Best of luck with your co-op runs. Best of luck with your summons for the new Zoro. Remember, you do want to try and just get as many points as possible. Getting the Zoros is actually pretty easy to do if you guys get some good ranking rewards. But if you're like me and you just want to get the Zoro and get out, basically just select the packs that have Zoro in them and call it a day. Pulling new legends and stuff like that from this banner isn't exactly like that big of a draw point. And obviously level limit break dupes are great, but they will come over time with tickets where these particular free-to-play characters are going to help you out within the next month. So I would really, really prioritize stuff like the Zoro and whatnot for your account. But like I said, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, belt the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Let's